Welcome to the Middleware Tech YouTube channel. In this series, you'll learn about has a relationship using Hibernate. Code examples used in the videos will be available on GitHub. Let's get started.
Okay, sure. So this examples already you have done using XML. Just see this and I will update that one using annotation. So which one? That one that we have done, number 10. This is album and photo, number 9. Yes, employee and address. That employee and address examples that we have done using XML. So now if you want to do with annotation, so same project I'm going to copy. Okay, copy and paste with the name called Hibernate Demo 15 annotation. Hibernate Demo 15 annotation. Fine. That's it. Now here, as we talked about last day, that we don't need any. Now we're talking about one-to-one mapping, right? We're talking about one-to-one mapping, right? So we don't need any XML file since we are doing annotation. So delete that XML. Now annotations. So both the class we should implement using annotations. So for the employee class first, implement using annotation @entity. Fine. @table and name equal to employee. That's it. Okay. Now this is a primary key type. So @ID and column column name equal to empid. You can write, but then column name equal to empty name. So annotation implementation is done for employee table, right? Okay. This is the basic annotation. Similarly, basic annotations you should implement for the address table also. Basic annotations you should implement for the address table also. So okay, implement it for address. @entity @table name equal to address. Right. Okay. And here address ID, address line number, location is there. So first one is primary key type. So @ID column name equal to address ID. Then column name equal to line number column name equal to location. name, right? So basic mapping is done, right? With the help of annotation. Now what you have to do is now we have to now this is one-to-one association, right? Since it's a one-to-one association, so you get reference of address here. So I have to define that it's a one-to-one association. How? At the rate one-to-one, 1 to 1. This is the annotation I'm using here. At the rate one-to-one. Done. Right now here. Now, right, it should work. Now see in the client.java, what you are doing, I mean, you are creating an employee object, address object, and then you are saving employee address object and employee object. Now I don't need this line. Why? Because so if I save entity employee object, address object will automatically saved. If I save the employee object, address object will automatically save. I want to implement that one. So what I have to do? I have to use one of the attribute called cascade all. Okay, so you can use that one. Cascade all. Cascade equal to the attribute is there. Cascade type something is there. Cascade type dot an attribute called all. It should come automatically. Yes, cascade type dot all. Okay. So if I'm using this cascade equal to cascade type dot all, what will happen is that if I'm going to save the object of employee, address details will also be saved. That is the purpose of this line. Cascade, this attribute cascade equal to cascade type dot all. Fine. And we are using one-to-one annotation, so it's fine, no issues, right? That's it, done, right? And here there is not XML, right? So we have to provide the class mapping. So what is the class mapping? TP dot name of the class is address. So its name is class mapping class. And senior mapping class employee you have to provide. Control C, Control V. Class is employee. Done. Right. So mapping is done. So this one-to-one association is also done. Cascade all. So it should work. I think it's fine. I'm not using this line because cascade all attribute I have used. So if I'm going to save the object of employee automatically, details of address will also be saved. Let me check it's working or not. Right click, run as Java application. Yes, it is working fine. So inserting in the address table and employee table. So let's do open select star from employee. Okay, now here employee name, we have to change the employee name. I want to see it in a single line, so that's why length equal to 10. My address is there anything string type? Int string. So here length equal to 10. Control C. Here also length equal to 10. Fine. Okay. Right click, run as Java application. So let me check. It should work well. Select to start from employee. Fine. Select to start from address. Right. Right. So if you see here, now here, if you see in this one-to-one association, you'll find address ID. This column we have not used anywhere. It is automatically working as a foreign key to implement one-to-one association with the address table. Just see here. And this address ID column I have never used anywhere. Address ID is not there. Is there an address column, address ID? No. Is there any this address ID column in the employee table? No. So from where it is coming? Address ID. So this address ID separate column is generated by Hibernate API to implement one-to-one association. Why? Because you have used here @one-to-one mapping. So using this column, it is creating an one-to-one mapping between employee and address table. Now see, this column is generated by the Hibernate API. I want my own name. I don't want to use this name. I want to use my own name here. So in that case, that we can provide with the help of a separate annotation. Its name is join column. At the join column, you can use a particular name equal to use any particular name a_id. What you want to use, same name, it will be replaced. So I want Hibernate API to use this name to create a mapping between both the table, and this is the mapping column name. So if you provide using join column, that is the purpose of using join column annotation. How I want to implement join between these two tables with the help of this join column, and the column name is this. Now Hibernate API will use this column to implement one-to-one association between these two tables. Select start from address, select start from employee. Sorry, show it is working. ADR underscore ID. So it should take this join column attribute a_id. So let's create, right click, run a Java application. So it's taking, right? So let me check once again. Select start from employee. It should change. Select start from address. It's fine, but this should change. Okay, do one thing. Make it employee 1 and make it address 1. So using employee 1 and address 1. So now see that in a Java application. So select start from employee address. Sorry, not this one, employee 1. Select start from employee 1. Okay, this is not working. Address. Okay. At the rate join column we have used here. Name equal to ID. So it will use this one to the mapping. Okay, so we have done something wrong. This join column should not be here. Control X, it will be with your this mapping, and it will work. Right click, run as Java application. So once again, just see this address one, employee one. See here, this join column name got changed. The name that you have given in the mapping, this name. Right, so it's working fine. Right.